Two people can earn the exact same paycheck, work the exact same hours, and live in the exact same town. Yet 10 years later, one of them is wealthy and the other is still broke. The difference is almost never luck, and it is almost never some secret investment nobody else knows about. Most of the time, it comes down to something far simpler. It is the way each person thinks about spending money before they ever pull out the card. What follows are a few mental habits that separate people who build wealth from people who only chase it. The last one is the quiet trap that catches almost everybody, even people who earn a great living. So what is the very first thing that sets rich thinking apart? It starts with a single question they ask before buying almost anything. Does this thing put money back in your pocket, or does it only take money out? People who build real wealth are almost obsessed with this difference. Things that pay them back are treated like prizes worth chasing. Things that only cost them are treated with caution, no matter how good they look in the store. A simple example makes it clear. Two neighbors each come into some extra cash. One buys a flashy new car on a loan with monthly payments, rising insurance, and a value that starts dropping the moment it rolls off the lot. The other puts that same money into something that grows or earns over time. A year later, the first neighbor has a nice car that is now worth less than they paid. The second has money that has quietly multiplied while they slept. Same starting point. Two completely different directions. Once you understand that first idea, a second habit starts to make sense. Wealthy people often value their time even more than their money. To most people, spending money to save time feels lazy or wasteful. To people who build wealth, it is one of the smartest moves there is. They will happily pay someone to handle a dull, draining chore, because the hours they free up can be poured into work, ideas, family, or rest that is worth far more than the small fee they paid. They see money as a tool, not as a scoreboard. The goal is not to own the most expensive things in the room. The goal is to control their own time and energy. So when they spend, they are often buying freedom rather than flash. A cheaper option that quietly eats 3 hours of their week may actually be the most expensive choice of all, once you add up what those hours could have been worth. That mindset leads straight into a third habit, and this one feels backwards to a lot of people. The wealthy will often choose to pay more for something, on purpose. It sounds strange until you understand what they are really measuring. They do not look only at the price on the tag. They look at the cost spread across every single use, and across how long the thing will actually last. A good pair of boots that lasts 10 years can be far cheaper in the long run than flimsy boots bought and thrown out every single winter. So they tend to buy quality once instead of buying cheap over and over again. The number on the sticker is higher, but the true cost over the years is often much lower. Price is what you see at the register. Value is what you actually get for your money across months and years of real use. People who stay broke usually shop by price alone. People who build wealth slowly learn to shop by value, and over time it quietly changes almost everything they own. There's also a fourth habit that hides in plain sight. Wealthy people pay close attention to the small repeating costs that everyone else ignores. A single forgotten subscription seems harmless. A handful of them charging every month for things barely used can quietly drain more in a year than one big careless purchase. People who build wealth treat those tiny leaks seriously because they understand that money lost on autopilot is the easiest money of all to lose. That leads to the final habit, the one that quietly drags down even people who earn a fantastic living. What happens to their money when their income finally goes up? For most people, the answer is automatic. Raise comes in, and life simply gets more expensive to match it. A bigger paycheck turns into a bigger apartment, a nicer car, fancier dinners, and pricier weekends. The income climbs, but the savings never do, because the spending climbs right alongside it. Years pass, the salary doubles, and somehow, there is still nothing left at the end of the month. People who build wealth fight hard against this exact pattern. When their income rises, They refuse to let their everyday spending swell up to swallow it. They keep their lifestyle steady on purpose and send the extra money toward things that grow. They wait. They let small, boring choices stack up quietly in the background year after year, while everyone around them keeps upgrading into a prettier and prettier version of broke. The reward for that patience is not a shinier car parked outside today. It is real freedom waiting for them tomorrow. There is another habit worth understanding, and it has nothing to do with buying things at all. Wealthy people often spend money to buy peace of mind. They keep a cushion of savings set aside, money they hope to never touch, simply so that a surprise bill or one rough month cannot knock their whole life off course. To them, that quiet safety net is one of the smartest purchases they ever make, even though it buys nothing they can hold in their hands. They also tend to think in long stretches of time, while most people think only in days or weeks. A regular shopper asks whether they can afford something this month. A wealth builder asks what that same money could turn into over 10 or 20 years if it were simply left alone to grow. That longer view changes everything. A small amount spent today is not just a small amount. It is everything that money could have quietly become if it had been given the time to multiply. And they treat borrowing very carefully. Going into debt to buy something that loses value, like a flashy gadget or a brand new car, is treated as a warning sign. But borrowing to buy something that earns money or grows over time can be a smart and deliberate move. The real difference is not whether they borrow at all. It is what the borrowed money is sent off to do, and whether it comes back stronger or simply vanishes. None of these habits require a huge income to begin. They are ways of thinking, not price tags. A person earning very little can start asking the very same questions a wealthy person asks. And over the years, those small questions tend to lead to a very different place. And that is the whole secret, stripped right down to the bone. Wealth is built in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. And that gap is never handed to anyone for free. It is a decision made over and over in dozens of small, quiet moments every single week. Most people spend their money trying hard to look rich for the people watching them. The ones who actually get there spend their money trying to become rich, and they are perfectly content to look completely ordinary while it happens. If this shifted the way you see your own money, tap like and subscribe to For the Way so the next lesson reaches you. Send it to someone who needs to hear it before their next big purchase, and tell the comments which habit hit the hardest.